The Bible is full of examples of waiting on the Lord. What title do you like best for this song God has given me? Wilderness of In Between or Leading Us Toward Grace? God rescued Israel from slavery. Their future looked so promising. Along the path to everything they dreamed, the people stumbled into the wilderness of in between. God was leading them toward grace. He was leading them toward grace. Moses almost saw his face, and God was leading them toward grace. Thrown in the pit by brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused by the wife of Potiphar, in the dungeon forgotten by the cupbearer. In his long wilderness of in-between, God was with Joseph, elevating him like a king. God was leading him toward grace. He was leading him toward grace. Joseph did not see his face, yet God was leading him toward grace. Times of testing teach us lessons we could never learn on mountaintops. Many hardships result from our own disobedience. Keep a childlike faith with every step you take. Our Father in mercy is leading us toward grace. He is leading us toward grace. He is leading us toward grace until the day we see his face. He is leading us toward grace. Mother Mary, on Good Friday, saw her son crucified. To the thief beside him, Jesus said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." To his followers, all seemed lost in that great wilderness of in-between. But on the third day he arose, our victorious, eternal King. God was leading him toward grace, although he briefly turned his face. Jesus took our place and is now leading us toward grace. Along the path to everything we dream, we will pass through the valley of in-between. He leadeth me, he leadeth me, by his own hand he leadeth me. His faithful follower I would be, for by his hand he leadeth me. Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that will pardon and cleanse within. Grace, grace, God's grace, grace that is greater than all our sin. In this journey, when I'm hurting, in the wilderness of in-between, on sweet Jesus I'm learning to lean. He is the way, the truth, the life. He is preparing us a place in heaven, surrounded by his love, light, and grace. There we will see him face to face. He is leading us toward grace. He is leading us toward grace until the day we see his face. He is leading us toward